Okay, so I wasn't ready to show this yet. You know, I wanted to actually wait till I had an actual art channel to start getting more into the artistic uh, side of things. But since I'm a hoarder and I'm a pack rat, let me just show you, I guess, my room slash studio since I'm not much of a hoarder. So everything that's in here, I use it for my art studies. And I'm just gonna give a brief, scan of the room so y'all can see. So all of that down there, those are like rough studies that I'm working on. Ugh, I don't want to show that one. That one sucks ass. But yeah, I'm not showing nothing that sucks on camera. But yeah, here is some rough studies down here. One I'm doing like of a skeletal anatomy study. You know, me working on some anime type shit. Unfortunately, it ain't from my fucking head. You know, I'm studying from books and all of that. But that's where I'm trying to get. You know, just try to work from my head. That's another one that I'm not done with, that I'm working on. And I was doing a shading down here of this picture, I guess Bayonetta from the game, Bayonetta, because Bayonetta is one of my favorite action titles. And yeah, it's coming along quite well, you know. And I was working on that today before all the bullshit kicked off. And so yeah, so those bottles that my stepdad was talking about back there, those are what I use to set up still life for like a shading. And it's like these still lifes, like, I mean, they look professional. Like I'm gonna post some pictures of some of the still lives I've been able to set up with some of this on my feed. But you know, it's I actually study this stuff. Like I'm not just in here collecting junk just because I don't have anything better to do or I'm a hoarder. I am in here actually working. Like I take this art shit seriously. And before things got as bad as it did, I would use whatever money that I had from the SSI to invest in this room because, again, this is where I work, this is where I study. But, you know, this was back when I was a naive idiot and just, well, that picture, that's actually was passed down from my granny, you know, that was on my mom's side. She hasn't, who has passed, but yeah. And some of this stuff I bought myself, and a lot of them, they're really not, they look all fancy and shit, but they're really all just, the majority of them, with the exception of a few of them, are basically like, you know, $10 journal pages that I would buy off of eBay, and I would just stick it in a frame, and there you go, and I make it look all professional. So, you know, it looks all fancy and stuff, but the majority of this in here costed next to no money. Like they're not even probably with the exception of maybe this one and that one and maybe the Zelda poster over there. Like these pictures costed next to no money. So yeah, it's just me But I'm not letting that stop me. Like, hey, I don't got any money. I'll just fucking print a picture out and stick it in a frame. Like, I don't care. Shit. But some of them are like what I was talking about in one of my videos. Artists who inspire me, like James Jean, more James Jean, and this is some of the stuff that he does. I don't know if you can really see that one. Another James Jean. Like, I don't know what it is about James Jean, but when I started like seeing a lot of his artwork of his you know, I call them lettuce people because they wear stuff over their head that looks like a lettuce, so I just call them lettuce heads. I don't, but they actually, some of them, like, do have some meaning to it. I'm not good at describing them all, but yeah. Except this one. That one's not from James Jean, but, it is one of my favorites. I just, again, like I was saying, just really into surreal, kooky characters, and I actually like it. I think it looks really beautiful. You know, just uh, and well, these are official. These are from Anna Stokes, who's like a fantasy artist, and this is like what I started talking about. Just I started getting into all the fantasy fairy type stuff, and so yeah. Uh, I think that's a $25 3D frame I bought from Hobby Lobby. That's just a photograph, uh, or a paper printout of Link that I stuck in a frame, and that's another 3D photograph I bought. And I think these are from the artist. What's his name? I always forget his name. His name is shit. I forgot. I'll remember when I probably scroll from the picture. But these aren't official. Again, like I just printed a piece of paper out from the printer and stuck them in the frame. Uh, and just some art books down there. I'm not gonna go through. I mean, I am gonna go through this one because this one does kind of tie. Well, it ties a lot to antinatalism, but y'all know how I be using some of these thumbnails that has like, I don't know how to describe it, but they're like these cartoon thumbnails of I guess it's supposed to be a representation of a person who's going through life events. Well, that's actually from an artist called Avogado 6, and I think I discovered him like 3 years ago, and this is one of his books that I bought. And it's like you won't be able to see much of it well. But yeah, that's where I be using some of those thumbnails, and like his stuff, the meaning behind his work is it centers around the problems that go on in life. So I felt that it would fit well with antinatalism, and I started using them as thumbnails for my videos. So here you got uh you know this person, you can't see it well, like he's all bloodied and bruised from what you can assume is abuse, family or parental, or I don't know, maybe he got bullied in school. A kid being choked out by his parent. Like it gets really, yeah, it's self-harming, just and it just yeah. And some of them are more surreal, like that one, but he do a great deal of surreal stuff too. But a lot of these pictures really tell stories, and I'm sorry you're not able to get a good look at these, which is why I wanted to wait till I had a better camera. Oh, this stuff pertaining to work, being stepped on by the corporate boss. Here you see the person underneath this huge feat, which is to represent like the boss. And yeah, y'all get the picture. But yeah. Oh, and if you're interested in looking up more of his works, he has a Twitter. Like you can just type in Avogado6 in Twitter, and all of his works will be on there. But yeah. I'm actually, and that's a random shirt that I use for when I set up like my still lives. I'll put a background on this desk. Of course, I move the keyboard and all of that. And what I'll do is I'll just snap a photo of it to make it look uh, like it's from a actual studio, and then I'll use it to practice my value studies, and so tape all of that. And I wanted to wait till I had an actual art channel to show this stuff, but I mean, yeah, this is what my stepdad and Deku action figure I bought to use as a still life study. So all of this stuff in here is for work purposes. Like it's not just for me to just collect and sit on and whatnot and not use it. I use everything in this room, but it's unfortunate that I gotta use my bedroom as a studio because you gotta store all this stuff. And it doesn't help that we don't have a fucking bathroom. Like, the guest bathroom is all gutted. And it's been gutted for like 10 years. So I also have to keep all of my toiletries in here. Like, I gotta keep my brushes, my mirror, my toothpaste, and toothbrush. So it's like, I have to basically live in here. This is where I have to do everything. My art, my grooming, and just living in general living. And that's why I'm trying to find a way to get on my feet and get out of here, because I need more space that's I can really spread out and just have more places to really set up furniture to organize, and on top of not being stressed out from all the drama and the fighting that I've been telling y'all about. But yeah, this is my hoarded out room, and I'll get back to y'all with another one.